To me, this was a really cool collaboration of a, developmental biologist who, spends most of her time with her students at the lab bench. And then, a scruffy field biologist like myself who, spends time tromping around out in Rice Creek.
Having someone like Dan to help me out with the eggs. It's really interesting for me to see. It's really like whenever I see like a bunch of eggs on my table, I get excited to see the colors and the shape.
And so I think it'll be a really cool, well-rounded project with those two perspectives.
First, we made a list of species available in Rice Creek, and we were surprised to see almost 46 species of passeriformous birds, which falls under like 12 families.
And they're different in all sorts of characteristics that people have studied, like they're different in their songs, and they're different in their plumage color, and they're different in their habitats, where they live. But we know almost nothing about how their eggs are different. One of my favorite things about working at Oswego, period, is the amazing resource that Rice Creek is. I do most of my research and my other projects with my students out at Rice Creek. And it's an unbelievable place. I mean, the diversity of wildlife that you can find there, for being a 2-minute shuttle ride for students from campus is unbelievable.
So far, I have learned a lot of things from this research. I can list them, many of them. So first of them is working with SEM, scanning electron microscope, and preparing eggshells, processing them for SEM imaging, and also quantifying the parameters of morphological parameters of the eggshells. Also, I have presented this research on 2, 3 conferences, national conferences, and on-campus conferences, where I learned how to present data.
Mohammed is a real superstar research student, and he's a great, example and a real success story of what can be achieved by undergraduate students. I mean, he's really doing research at a level of a master's student.
For example, Mohammed started in his first semester actually. When he was taking his Bio 120 with me, he just approached me and he joined my lab immediately. So
it's very good to have mentors like Dr. Poon and Dr. Daniel. They are very helpful. You can get any knowledge beside the knowledge that you get in the class from these mentors. So these two professors are very incredible. They are doing their best to help us, all students, to achieve their academic success. And I'm very good to work with them.
To me, it really is one of the cool things about Oswego is that, we are able to still put such an emphasis and a focus on research because of the talented undergraduates that we have that are able to really do a lot of work on their own and churn out some really, really neat projects.